This is Cyclocross Magazine with Mark Legg-Compton. Congrats on Katie's second place. Tell us how the race went.
She got off to a great start. That was part of the plan.
Right.
It's nice when plans come together.
Right.
But yeah, she it's just on that first downhill, there's a little hump, and chain bounced off.
Oh.
So she couldn't get it back on, and yeah, lost a bunch of spots. Just things it wasn't feeling quite right, which is odd.
Right.
She's been riding this bike for 3 weeks now, and for some reason it decided to shit the bed on the race day. So she pitted on lap 2. I couldn't find the reason for the problem, so I decided just to bench that bike, and I had 3 others running a 4 bike setup for today.
Wow.
Just just in case the course is really extreme, and I didn't have time to get the bikes cleaned or anything happened. So fortunately, I've got great support behind me, so we have all that product and bikes ready to go.
How often did she have to pit after that?
Just that one time.
Oh wow.
After that it was good. I mean, really the only time people were pitting were for actual mechanicals. It didn't seem like anyone was pitting for tyre pressure changes of tyres.
Right.
So yeah.
Got it. So that bike was, did it fall out off on the outside? Was it running a chain guard?
Yeah, bounced off on the outside.
Oh.
Which is really unusual. I mean, I haven't had that happen all year.
Right.
It's odd. She'd free-ridden it, been training on it.
Yep.
Been fine.
Right.
But apparently I need to take a closer look and see what adjustment I can make.
Sure. Now, are you guys the kind of team that would take a look at the lap times and analyze what could have been?
We'll look at that,
yeah. Is that motivation for the future, or just?
It's always an indicator to see where it was. I mean, Katie was having some breathing issues today as well.
Oh, really?
Affected with some allergies, which it's always hard to second guess that stuff, but sometimes it just pops up.
Right.
But yeah, we'll look at lap times, we'll take a look at things, and after that, probably when we get home, then we're just going to switch off and not. The problem is, like, everyone's excited and we want to respond, but sometimes you just want to shut down and just play with the dog.
Right. It's been certainly a busy build-up to Worlds, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's been a really busy build-up. It's been an exciting one. It's just so fun to see so much excitement here. I mean, I've been to a few Cross Worlds. This was the best Cross Worlds. I mean, Coxside had a lot of people, but it wasn't that fun. You couldn't move anywhere. You couldn't see anything. This was by far the best. The crowds were the loudest.
Definitely.
The most fun. Fantastic vendors. You normally don't see that at Worlds, where you have all that vendor space. You don't see people dressing up and screaming, and Katie said she nearly started crying on the podium just because it was just so nice to see everyone cheering for her.
Wow, that's great to hear. So obviously, as Americans, we're used to seeing that rowdy crowd, the crowd that supports everyone. But have you talked to any Europeans and gotten a sense of how they received this event?
Yeah, I've talked to Marianne's dad after the race, and they said it was extremely loud. They'd never seen anything like it. And then Marianne's dad said, talking to the juniors and U23, they said it's the craziest, loudest. They'd never seen anything like it. I think it was a unique experience for all of them, and I think especially for the young guys that they came over here, they raced well, and they won or got medals, and they've I think they've discovered that we can go race cross in the States or foreign time zones and be successful, and it's not such a big deal. So they've made it successful. So in other words, this is the generation to say, we can race overseas. Let's go do it.
So do you think this bodes well for the expansion of cyclocross to the U.S.?
It does. It really does. It's proven that the US can put on world-class events. But of course, it comes down to one thing: money. If you don't have the money, the event's not going to happen. You just need the funding, because we have the experience, we have the crowds. We put on an amazing World Championships here. I mean, everyone should be proud of what they just witnessed. I mean, this was pretty unique in the world of sport. So I think everyone should remember this, because we may not see one quite like it at all.
Right. So Trek's obviously invested in cyclocross with the team, with Katie. Do you think they'll continue to expand their presence in cyclocross?
They're extremely happy. We actually even ran into the president of the company at nationals.
Oh, wow.
He's stoked.
Really?
He's really happy. I mean, this
That's
is
great.
good to have the president stoked about cyclocross
Right.
and what's happening.
Right.
And
It's very engaging with the target customer, right? And so you get to
it
see
is.
the racers.
It's a big, it's a good investment, but
Right.
I think we're going to see expanded investment because they've seen just immediate results. Fortunately, having somebody like Katie on board, but oh man, they are flipping phenomenal to work with. I can see why some of the Pro Tour teams do so well. I mean, that's the kind of support we've got received.
Right.
We're dealing with the race shop, same guys that deal with all the Pro Tour teams are dealing with us.
Right.
And they're helping us, and the support
Awesome.
is freaking phenomenal.
One last question.
Why Katie's been so happy this year.
That's great. So it's great to hear. One last question. Any thoughts on the men's race?
I saw bits and pieces. It was, I was kind of surprised to see Moray off the front. Not surprised to see Bina up front. Right. But I actually had Sven down to win.
Really?
Yeah.
Any proof of that?
Talking to his... I talked to a few people. I actually talking to Sven's manager, Jan Verstraeten, and he said, yeah, Sven's good. They were trying to hold him back this week from doing too much because he was feeling so good.
He certainly was thrilled with the course when he finally got to ride it. So that
I think a lot of the Europeans obviously they did the homework and watched the videos and they thought they were in for a fast race and it was just going to be a drag race. But I think they were quite impressed with how difficult the course was. And it certainly suited his style of racing.
Definitely. Awesome. Well, thanks so much for your time. Congrats on the second place with you and Katie, and enjoy your off season.
Thanks for watching.